guys are not the problem.
लड़कियों में दिक्कत है.
Look at my history, man. None of the guy looked good. I love the appetite you have, the way you hog food.
That's why you have to like date a UP boy. Arno.
सारे लड़के, they are like, oh, you look good natural. I'm like, babe, I'm not natural.
I hate when men have this hygiene argument that like, oh, okay, you should shave because it's more hygienic, and they will look like an actual woolly mammoth.
Women do have hair on their body.
What are you saying? Girls, to all the girls, if you can't change the man, change the man. I have got a business idea. I'll open this NGO.
Yes.
For all the people who say mean things like this.
Okay.
And I'll be the healer.
I can't, sorry. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of 3am Confessions, where we spill the tea on some spicy, juicy topics in love, dating, relationships, marriage, and more. Today, we thought it would be fun to compile all the different things that guys have told us, good, bad, and everything in between, put them in chits, and we will pick them out and react to them right now. So, go ahead and start.
I'll go first. God, I always pick the big ones. This is not for me for sure. Don't wear sari or lehenga, it makes you look taller. I know this is not for me because nothing can make me look taller. I have tried.
This has been my perennial challenge because I love Indian men, and Indian men are just a little bit smaller in height, and that's okay. I think it's important for men to not feel emasculated by tall women. I think it's kind of a flex. Like, I think Tom Holland is the coolest, like, hottest guy out there, and he's significantly shorter than his girlfriend, Zendaya. Fiance.
I don't think men have a lot of body image issues, but height is one of them.
I think sometimes women do care about height, and I hope we can move past the height discussion because it's so not indicative of how good a person can treat you, how well they can, be a partner in the future.
But like, I have a preference. I would go for a taller guy.
Really?
I have a preference, but then I would not get involved only. Matlab, naturally, I'm not attracted to shorter guys, like who are like shorter than me. So it's in the start. But it's nothing like I'll be in a relationship just because he's a nice guy or something like that, and then be like, you know what? Can you wear heels? Oh my god! Please tone down the makeup. कौन बोलेगा ये?
सारे लड़के, they are like, oh, you look good natural. I'm like, babe, I'm not natural.
I think makeup is a form of self-expression, and I think most women do makeup for themselves or just to have fun and be playful and be creative. It's almost like arts and crafts on your face. So I don't think many of us do bold makeup to like attract the male gaze. It's really for me, and it's the girls in the bathroom at the club that are going to compliment my bold lipstick or my bold eye makeup, right? So I think it's pretty wild that someone would tell a woman to tone down the makeup because like don't remember asking you come in drag makeup next time, and then we can talk about bold makeup.
Exactly. I love that.
Like, don't say anything, but if you have to say something, appreciate the skill or just see my 2 points problematic. Firstly,
I know
men should be silenced. Second, men
this is not the brand of our brand.
And men belong in the kitchen because most men in my life make better food than I do.
Really?
Yeah, I love men in the kitchen. Yeah, you look so hot. Please
Men
be in the
look
kitchen.
really hot when they're cooking.
Yeah.
You think एक बार चाय बना लो मेरे लिए बस मैं flat. That's all it takes.
That's what I look at.
That's why you have to like date a UP boy, because they all know how to make really good tea. So we love men from Uttar Pradesh. Please call me 98573. I love UP. Okay.
XXXX.
Oh yeah, okay. I can tell this story. Please don't hug me when other girls are around. This hurt my feelings when someone said that. So please don't say that to your girlfriend. I had a boyfriend who we had been dating for a year, and we were standing around, and there was like some other girls in the vicinity, and I just go up and I like kind of put my arm around him or like put my arm on his shoulder, and he physically pushed me off him and was like, dude, get away from me. And I was like, why? What happened? Like, I was so confused. I was like, this is so abnormal. And then later he told me that, oh no, there were girls around and I just didn't like what's it called? Like broadcast the fact that we're in a relationship. And that made me feel really small in myself, because why would you want to hide the fact that we're together? Like, to me, I can understand if you're a private person, but then I also want you to feel like you can be proud of the fact that you are associated with me. Like, I don't want you to feel ashamed, or even worse, feel like you're trying to keep that slot open just in case someone else wants to come in and you want to just switch us out. So yeah, that was pretty sad.
What is the point of being with someone if you can't show them off? I mean, if I love someone, I want to show them off to the world. Like, hello, this is my boyfriend.
Yeah, I feel, and it's also very interesting because I heard somewhere that guys love to flaunt their women. So I feel if a guy really likes you, they would flaunt you. And if they aren't, you aren't the only woman in their life.
I also have an observation about this, that a guy wants a beautiful girl until he's in a relationship with her, and now he's intimidated by the beauty that he sees. He's like, he's afraid that other people might also see her that beautiful, and he just don't want it. And in the way he keeps, like say mean things to you
diminish her own confidence.
Yeah, I think
I think that happens. Yeah, that definitely happened to me.
I know who this is. You have good birthing hips.
What a compliment.
Okay, it's me. Someone said this to me, and I think there's nothing hotter, nothing nicer that a man can say to me than you have good birthing hips. Because, it's one thing to say you're hot, you're sexy, you're beautiful. It's another to say that you would be a great mother to my children, and your birth canal would be perfect for them.
That's really nice. I mean,
I really like that.
That's really nice.
I mean, it was kind of wild, but it was really hot.
Yeah, it's hot. Yeah.
It's like the person is saying that you were meant to just be giving birth to my babies, which is selfish.
But for me, I feel I was meant partly to be a mother. So if someone's saying you're good at the job that you were put here to do, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I think it's great. You walk like a man, you sound like a man.
Guys, this is also me. This happened with me when I was in 9th standard, like when I was in school. I used to love hanging out with boys stuff. I used to play cricket with guys. I was that person. But this guy comes up to me like very casually, like, hey, tu to ladko ki tarah chalti hai. I felt sad that, hey, I mean, I am a woman. Like, say things like what a woman want, and not like you look like a man. So that happened.
Mm-hmm. I also think that men know what women want to hear, and they also know what hurts you, and sometimes they want to hit you where it hurts. Like, a classmate of mine told me, a guy, that, oh, you sound like a guy. And I was offended. I was also sad for a few days, and then I realized that, hey, it's something that I cannot change. Maybe I'm hitting puberty, my voice is changing, which is fair. But it really hurts that somebody could be so rude.
Yeah, I don't think this is gender specific. Like, I think both both genders say mean things to each other, especially in high school. I think I've, in retrospect, probably said mean things to guys that probably to this day they think about, and it's important for me to like reflect on how I wish to choose my words a bit more sensitively in the future.
You're fine as got me understanding Rumi.
Wow.
Yeah, someone said that to me, and I was like, that's so nice. Like, if I am the reason why you relate to such iconic poets who speak about love and beauty and women, then yeah, I actually agree. Like, Rumi's poetry is about me.
Some of these compliments really make your heart so full, and it tells us that there are some people who would always be rude to you, regardless of how you are and who you are. It doesn't mean that those things that they say are true. And there's so many people who would appreciate you, and you should always try and look at the positive side.
One word of warning, like, those same people will turn around and be horrible to you. So also, like, words are one thing. Actions are very important. Nice words are very nice to hear, but I would love for you to follow through in treating me like the muse that Rumi would have used,
I have got a good business idea out of it.
Bring it on.
I'll open this NGO.
Yes.
For all the people who say mean things like this.
Okay.
And I'll give free therapy to all of them. for them
Yes.
to, you know, get over their traumas.
Because you know what they say, right? Hurt people.
Yeah, so मैं heal करूँगी पूरी दुनिया को. I'll be the healer.
Don't cut your hair short. What is the obsession with long hair? I've heard so many men say,
Yeah.
like, if I would ever say, I want to experiment with my hair, I want to cut my hair short, and they would be like, no, you won't look as beautiful. I'm like, bro, it's my hair. Who asked you?
Yeah, I've never said that out loud, but when I was with my ex, okay, I got this crazy idea of cutting my hair. Like, if I'm not feeling good, cut my hair. I did. I felt that he lost interest after that. I literally felt, because he was telling me, you know, I can't recognize you. Like, I really can't.
Well, I feel like in that case, then he didn't really love you for who you were. Like, he kind of just loved you for, you know, upar ki packaging, and it wasn't as deep of a connection.
Yeah,
But
the
yeah.
guys are stupid.
But do you think it's hypocritical? Because I've seen a lot of girls, like, direct and obviously be very vocal about what they like in their boyfriends. Like, oh, cut your hair short, don't cut your hair short, have a beard, don't have a beard.
It may be hypocritical, but the difference is that I don't see a woman, like, necessarily, like, leaving a man for that reason.
Look at my history, man. None of the guy looked good. I never mind. I never said.
Ugly men.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I thought so. But see, I mean, where I am right now.
Don't speak too much when you meet him for the first time.
Oh! That was my dad.
Oh.
Thought so.
But it's a good advice, no?
Is it a good advice?
So basically, me and Chandra were having this conversation about when Chandra was saying, you know, on the first date especially, you should not overshare because you'll end up trauma bonding. And it's the worst way of bonding with the guy on the first date.
I think my dad had set up like some kind of arranged marriage setup, and he was like, okay, go have fun. Just like don't talk too much. And I was like, excuse me, come again. I am a yap queen.
Oh, yeah.
One might say a yap god. This is kind of what I do. I think this is also part of like the Indian narrative that like women should be a bit more demure, a bit more quiet, and like if अगर वो बहुत बोलती है तो बहुत तेज है लड़की और yeah, that was some advice that I did not pay attention to, and indeed that man is not my husband today. And good riddance for that. I personally love first dates because I get to be like entirely myself. There are no stakes, right? They don't know you at all. So you can just be yourself. And I have never held back on a first date. And I just try to settle into the most authentic version of myself because they're going to find out one way or another. So,
Exactly.
Next.
Oh, I love the appetite you have, the way you hog food.
I mean, to say that to a woman, that's mean. I don't think so. You should ever comment on anybody's food habits. Ill-mannered.
Kashish yahan soch rahi ki ye to mujhe acha compliment.
I don't know. Like, I love the first part of this particular statement that I love the appetite you have. देखो यार, मेरा ideal है कि me and my guy literally like having the same amount of food. मतलब ऐसा एक scenario होता है ना where girl is like order इतना सारा खाना and then gives half of it to the guy. Like, you eat, now you finish. I'm not that person. I would eat उसका भी खाना. So I don't want someone to, you know, make me feel guilty about यार थोड़ा सा control करो अपना appetite, क्या खा रहे हो ये सब. खाओ यार, खाते पीते करके वो खाते रहो भाई.
आन दो. This is also one that I got. I promise I will not be loyal to you. I am incapable of being faithful.
A boyfriend? A prospect?
Boyfriend?
No, boyfriend. So basically, this person, he's like, listen, love you. We're in a relationship. We're committed and everything. But I'm telling you right now that I'm incapable of being faithful in general. Like, I'm a compulsive cheater. So I'm letting you know now that, like, I'm not going to, you know, stay exclusive with you in the future.
And then what did
And
you
then
do?
I stayed with him for 2 years.
लड़कियाँ I have come to this point after 24 years of living into this world that guys are not the problem. लड़कियों में दिक्कत है. लड़कियाँ always agree with the right thing. Like,
My whole thing was like, I can make him faithful. मतलब मैं इतनी अच्छी हूँ कि I will break his compulsive cheating patterns and he will become loyal for me only. So my lesson in that scenario was like, when someone's telling you something, believe them. And if you're cool with that, go forward. If you're not, walk away before you get emotionally invested, because there's a lot of shitstorm on the other side.
Small tip to all the girls. If you can't change the man, change the man.
So this is the statement that inspired the whole episode today, because this one really was so creative and so lovely to hear. So this was my first boyfriend. Like I was maybe 21 or 22. It was the first time I was dating anyone. And he goes, you know, can you please shave? I got, sorry. He goes, can you please shave your neck hair? Yeah. I think every person, man or woman, has had a neck hair or two at some point in their life. And I don't think that they deserve to be told to shave it. Maybe he was just trying to be helpful. Like in retrospect, maybe he was just giving me some good like advice, but I didn't feel like, I didn't take it in that spirit at the time. Like I felt so conscious of like my body hair or like my neck hair in general that that was pretty wild.
I don't know if guys know or not, but just PSA, women do have hair on their body. And
what are you saying?
Maybe we have such high standards for women in society. It's like
abnormal standards.
Abnormal standards for women that you can't even be your natural self. You always have to be perfect, and it's so saddening at times because
men don't face the same one. Like, I hate when men have this hygiene argument that like, oh, okay, you should shave because it's more hygienic, and they will look like an actual woolly mammoth, like walking around. Like you are a polar bear, but you're telling me that it's a hygiene issue? Like that's... I know you guys have a lot of opinions on how women look, and I would suggest that you encourage women to look and feel good in their skin no matter what. Just a suggestion. Take it or leave it. But for the sake of you and for the sake of having good relationships with women in your life, just let them breathe. Let them live. They're perfect just the way they are. And so are guys. Thank you so much for watching another episode of 3 a.m. Confessions. This was super fun, slightly concerning, but we'll be back in the next one with even more wild, crazy stuff to say. So make sure to hit subscribe, leave in the comment below what is the weirdest thing that a guy or a girl has ever told you that stuck with you, and share this video with all your friends. See you in the next one. Bye! Bye!